Just gonna show you what I'm looking at. It's quite uphill from here. I don't know if you can tell. So we came. There's some clouds too. Dark clouds. Really hoping it isn't gonna rain. I thought about putting a trash bag I keep in my car over my backpack, but I forgot to grab it. So hopefully it doesn't rain. Very rocky and sandy soil here. And quite the incline. Oh, more incline. Down tree. Burnt on the inside. Think that was maybe lightning? Or do you think someone made a mistake? Got it on fire? I don't know. Wow, I can already see a long ways away. You can see other trails over there. All right. Little birdie I scared away. Huh. Oh boy. That's some big roots. Beautiful. Big. How far you can see. Okay, this is interesting. Well, first of all, you can see how far I've maybe come, and see all these big, beautiful open hills. And then, of course, it's really tight with all these little trees in here. And then look at that trail, really narrow with all these trees encroaching into the trail. Not sure what these trees are, but they're all really loaded, really short. Look how short that guy is. Yet they got leaves like a big tree. It's kind of strange to me. I don't know, they kind of look like an oak leaf, but I'm pretty sure it's not an oak. I'm not sure what kind of tree that is. Interesting. Oh yeah, look at that. Prairie down there. It's interesting. Yeah, look at that. The way the sun's come through the clouds, that's pretty, and a bird flying over there. Wow. You can see a long ways from here. It's beautiful. A little bit of mud. First time I came across much standing water here. Okay. Beautiful trail. Oh wow, look at how that opens up again down in here. It's pretty. I see an old red house way up the hill. Don't know if that's a barn or what. Let's zoom in on it. See it, it's like way out there. I don't know. Maybe zoomed in for a bit, that might be nicer view. Looks like you're crooked. There. I have to figure out a way to get this not so crooked. I can kind of see we're in that area. Again, where it opens up. I don't know if you can see that house. It's way over there still. Anyway. Feels like I'm on the other side of the hill, and even though I hear a plane right now, I don't hear the traffic from the road as much, or that leaf blower I was hearing when I first took off, so that's kind of nice. It feels a little more remote now. Yeah, nice and open now. We're getting ready to go into the woods again. Definitely have a downhill feeling going on right now. All right, that's better. Cute little tree. It's like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. We are definitely in the woods. Well, kind of see where I feel like I went around this mountain, so I can kind of see an opening area and the lake and some other stuff. So it feels like I kind of went basically in a circle already. And I kind of hear a little bit from that road over there. So. Alright, fun. Hiking in the woods doesn't get any better than this. Beautiful trail, beautiful fall, kind of winter. Early winter, I guess, late fall, early winter. We're here in the later part of November. As you can see, almost all the leaves have fallen from the trees and landed on the trail. But I can still tell where the trail is, of course, which is awesome. Well, here we go. Now I know how far I've come. I've officially come 1.5 miles. Well, that's pretty good. Maybe an hour into it. It's about my normal pace. I did stop to film and eat and adjust my pack and things like that, so a little slower than usual, but I'm usually about a 2-mile-an-hour hiker. Feeling uphill again. Feeling the inclination. Legs are feeling the workout. It's about 3:30. I have to be at camp by 4:30. Give me time to set up my tent and cook my dinner, settle in. Whew. Alright, it's just more of this for a while. I'll turn you back on when there's something interesting.
75, 80 miles an hour. Going into St. Louis is crazy. Hello?
Hi.
No, God.
I gotta work today, and I was like, blacked out last night, and I was like,
Right, here we are, HaHa Tonka. HaHa Tonka State Park. We want to take the red trail, Turkey Pen Hollow. So here we go. Uphill already, which is nice. Got a little fire going in me. Rocky, that's okay too. A little bit of pressure on this side, left side. Okay. All right. Acorn Trail, 0.9 miles. Huh, 40 minutes, 0.9 miles. That would be pretty slow, I imagine. All right, quite a bit uphill here. Wow, what is that? Look at all those mushrooms. I think that's turkey tail mushroom. I believe that is turkey tail mushroom all over that log. Turkey tail mushroom is edible, but I am not a mushroom expert. So, save that for those who are. There's the way to Devil's Kitchen. 1.25 miles, 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay. We're just going to keep going on the main path. Wow, look at that already. Rolling hills. It'd be beautiful in the fall. More leaves, colors. Yeah. All right, off we go. What an unusual looking rock. Almost looks like a lava rock, but it's got all these holes in it. Interesting. Oh, there's more of them. These little rocks are all over. These holes in them. Ah, here we go. Turkey Pin Hollow. Blazed in red. Total length 6.5 miles. 6 hours 30 minutes. Never done it before, so I couldn't say, but I normally do 2 miles an hour on a trail. On this trail, you may experience natural surface, dirt, mud, gravel, shifting rocks, slippery surface, etc. Rocks, roots, and other downed vegetation on trail, low-hanging vegetation, wood or stone steps, steep grades and inclines more than 10%, bluffs or drop-offs next to trail, water stream crossings without bridges. Sounds like fun. Sorry. Adjusting my pack again, feeling a lot of weight on my shoulders. And I need to tighten my belt a little more too. Try that a little bit. Slight little breeze. Feels really good. Look at that nature already. Rocks, trees, shrubs, and short trees, probably some cedars. Don't know what these others are. It's beautiful. Alright, thought I'd film a little more. These clouds are awfully thick and dark. Don't know if they're rain clouds or not, but I'd like to get to camp pretty soon. So I sped up my pace a little bit, trying to find a sign where it shows the camping spur. Yeah, I've definitely had some fires out here because there's another log that's burned. I don't know when that fire was, but I see a lot of remnants of it. Oh, nice trail, pretty. All the rocks on that face there. Look at all those rocks on that face. Isn't that interesting? And that gully. Very cool. Ooh. It keeps going down that way. A little stream, I bet, when it's raining. Let's keep on moving. Gotta get some speed going here. Don't want to get caught in the rain. Would prefer to be in my tent when it's raining. I'm seeing some blue sky again, so hopefully it won't rain, but we'll be prepared if it does. Up again. There's that open area I think we were at before. Maybe not. I think so though. Okay. Oh, that's kind of neat looking. Oh, gotta keep moving. almost to the point where we, yes, I see a white sign ahead. Maybe that's camping spot. Camping spur, they call it. Oh, cool. Got rock formations down there. That's neat. Like a little cave or something. Hey, oh, hey, this is it. Okay. How am I supposed to? Supposed to come down here too. Hard to see a trail at this point. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Look at that. A little water spot between all these rocks. Very cool. Okay. Alright, now to find the trail. It looks like from the All Trails map that it kind of, this might be it right here. Kind of backtracks. Yeah, same direction we came from, so definitely feels flatter here, which would be good. Have a level ground to sleep on. Well, I thought I would make it to the second or third camping spot. Of course, I think I got a late start on the day, but here we are at the first opportunity camp. Of course, it's only 4 o'clock, but I want to take my chances. This might be it. I'm not seeing much more in the way of signs. Let me see what my phone says on my All Trails app. See, where are we at? Oh, no, we still got a ways to go. Okay. This might be the trail. With all the leaves, it's hard to tell where the trail is. Let's get you straightened up. Okay. Ooh, slick rocks. Ooh, I'm sliding. Ooh. That was, yep, that looks like a trail. Just kind of guessing the best I can from what looks like indentions in the dirt. Interesting. A little bit of bushwhacking here. Am I still on trail? According to my map, I am. Well, not sure where the trail is at this point. Whew. Steep. It's very steep. I think I got off trail a little bit. Go to the right. Ooh, this is cool. Look at this flash. Huh. Almost looks like a sponge. Weird. Okay. I'm almost back on trail. I'll figure out where trail is. Oh, look at that. That's like more tail mushroom. Cool, huh? Looks like I need to cross this stream again. I'm over this hill. Where's the darn trail? I went too far. All right, time to get down there. a big rock. I bet that's it. Right there. I bet that's it. I'm back on the original trail, I believe. Okay. I am. It says it's directly down from here. I'm gonna bushwhack it again. I think I've been here before. Looking for some sort of designated camping spot where it shows that this is it. So I gotta go this way. I think this is supposedly it. Right here. This is the end of the trail. That is the back tracing trail. Okay. I think this is it. Oh yeah. I see some rocks over here for a fire. Yeah, oh here we go. There's your sign. Hey, made it. Alright. Now I can set up my camp, get some dinner cooking, and rest. Whew, bushwhacking really took it out of me. So yeah, there's a thingy there. Nice big cliff tops. Interesting. Ooh, little hole over here in the rock. What is that? Is that where some animals call home, probably? And you got this ledge all over here. Interesting rock. I guess if you didn't have a good tent with a rain fly, you could maybe make shelter right there. But you got quite a bit of overhead to protect you. But yeah, that's probably also why they have this campsite down here, is because It's a kind of a bottom area, protect you from all the winds. It does have that stream over there, and I would imagine in heavy rains you might get some water around here. Anyways, alright, I need to find a good flat spot. Dry flat spot. Some of the spots have water in them. And hopefully not too many rocks. I don't want to poke a hole in my tent or my sleeping pad. I'm thinking right here. Feels good. Okay. I think I found it. See y'all in the morning. Alright, we are off today. Just getting started and leaving camp. So, found the trail, of course, when you're going in reverse to the campsite. A little easier to see the trail now. Alright. I find it interesting, even with the leaves covering it up, you can still see the indentation in the dirt that is the trail. And of course, if you're following this trail, you would see these signs along the way, but somehow I got off the trail. Well, I say you can see the trail. I think it's right here. Yeah, and now you can see it again. The indentions on the path, which I find just fascinating. I see a sign over here, so I'm not sure what that says. It says witness tree, do not destroy. It's a witness tree. Don't know what that means, but that's interesting. Huh. On the path now. Once again, not sure where it goes. There it is. Okay, once in the old creek bed, that's eventually going to dry up. Doesn't look much like a path. This kind of looks like a path, but it disappears in the shrubs. I don't think that's a path. Oh, maybe it goes around here. Yeah, this looks like a path. A few more signs would have been nice. Alright, back on the path. I can see it now. And this indentation in the dirt. Even with the trees, and you kind of see these little ground weeds or whatever, kind of not growing in the middle of the trail. Unless I'm on a deer run, which is entirely possible. Deer and other animals will make their own paths in the woods. And really narrow trails like that too. Once again, I'm not sure where the trail is. Oh, I think I found it. See, once again, you can see how you got these little weeds growing on either side, but not in the middle. So that's our path. For some reason, couldn't find that yesterday going towards the campsite. As we approach that spot, maybe we can figure out where we went wrong. I think we went wrong down in that gully. I think we went down there yesterday and then got turned around just like we almost did today. Okay, here we go. No bushwhacking needed this time. I remember this spot. Okay. Yeah, a couple more signs would sure to help. Okay. Alright. We follow this rock scramble up the rock. It's a little slippery. Nice steep incline. Glad I've got my trekking poles. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Oh, we made it. Alright, back on the main trail. I think we have maybe 4 miles of trail this morning. So, hope I have time to enjoy this beautiful nature. Alright. I'm going to turn the camera off for now and I'll check back in with you later. Okay, this is kind of cool coming up on these rocks over on the hill here. That's rather interesting. Oh, they're all just right there on the side. We're in the Ozarks and this is some rocky area. As you can see, lots of rocks. Very interesting. More rocks. Oh, even rocks in nature are beautiful, aren't they? Oh, wow. Very rocky. Gotta be careful not to twist your ankle. Okay. Just popped out on this larger trail. As you can see, it's like a log road. Went for a little bit, and now there's another sign on the red trail, turkey pin, pointing us this way. So, the way we'll go. All right. Got down to 36 this morning. Sleeping bag was okay. Felt like it was close to the coldest I would want to be in it, at least with just a base layer on. And it's a 20-degree rated bag, which is probably like 9 or 20 degrees, but you're going to be cold. Probably 30 degrees for comfort usually is what they would be, 10 degrees off from life-saving. I've got a sleeping bag liner meant for colder weather. It's supposed to give me another 10 to 15 degrees this week. See if that helps in a future video. Anyway, as you can see, I'm back in the woods. There's still a lot of this. We'll talk to you later. Got a sign coming up here. As you can see, I'm on a wider road again. That trail opened up to a wider road again. Let's see what this sign says. Interesting. Well, I see a red arrow pointing our trail this way. Oh, and it's a map. Okay, so Turkey Pin Hollow shortcut. 7 miles. I didn't know the trail was 7 miles. I thought it was 6. Anyway, that shortens it to 5 miles, or this extends it to 7 miles. And where are we at? We are right here. So we got to go down around this loop and back around up to there. Oh boy. Am I at the halfway point? That's what I'd like to know. Oh, so this is the white connector that you see right here. Interesting. Well, I have a decision to make because I brought 3 liters of water thinking it would be plenty. And as you can see, I got maybe half a liter left. And may want to make lunch or early breakfast. I mean, late breakfast, early lunch, whatever you want to call it. So that's some noodles and tuna I was thinking about having. And that will take most of that water. So I'm not sure if I should just go ahead and do the, let's see, Turkey Pin Hollow 2 mile loop. Okay, so this is the 2 miles. What I don't know is how far I've gone so far. That's 2 miles. So if the whole thing is 7, and this is 2. Don't know how many left that is, but it says it turns into 5. So this would be 5. So if that's 5, I would say I'm 3/5 of the way across. So that's probably just 2 more miles left. Or I could make it another 2 miles, so it'd be 4 miles left if I keep going, is my approximation. 4 miles, probably take me 2 hours. Let's see what time it is. It is 9:17 and I've got pretty much a full battery, which is good. So that would get me done about 11:17, about lunchtime. I could go and get some more water at the visitor center and make my lunch there if I want. I might want to eat the rest of my nuts. I don't know if that'll last me 4 miles though. Maybe I don't eat them all then. I don't like backing down from a challenge. But I also don't want to be dumb. So I'm not sure what to do. I'm leaning towards doing the 2 extra miles. I mean, I came here for a reason, so let's do it. All right, here we go. Well, I just passed the sign a little bit ago, it said 3.5 miles, so I'm at the 3.5 mile mark, which isn't too bad. I can do that in no time. So probably 3.5 miles left. Wanted to show you just this. So this is what I'm tracking through. That's where I came from. And then these open hills Beautiful trees. Even with all the leaves gone, you can kind of see over here how the sun just hits them just right. Beautiful. Just a beautiful planet we live on. Alright. I don't know if you can tell from the camera. It's probably hard to see, but we have started the descent. So, this is the hill we're on. The trail goes downhill. And I am putting on the brakes as I go. But that's a little easier than climbing. So anyway, I don't know if there'll be more climbing afterwards or we reach the summit and it's all downhill now. I don't know. Guess we'll find out pretty soon. Wow, look at that. Opens up again into the woods. Bit of a cool breeze this morning. I got 3 layers on. I had 5 earlier. Took them off once I started going uphill. And I've got a really thin stocking cap I usually use for bike riding over my ears. Helps keep those warm, and I still have a hat Eddie Bauer ball cap I use to keep me shaded from the sun. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning, brisk, but that's the way I like it. I love these fall hikes. No ticks to worry about. Not sweating like crazy in the hot summer sun. It's nice, beautiful walking, hiking weather. So anyway, all right, more of this open woods. We'll catch you later. Once again, more downhill. It's interesting. Love this area, these woods and these hills. Reminds me a lot of my grandparents' property. They had some wooded areas where I used to stay, and camped out a couple times there and would hunt out there. Yeah, I miss it. All right, here we go. Glad I got 2 trekking poles for this. I don't know if you can see how rocky this is. Oh my goodness. Yeah. These trekking poles help keep you from twisting an ankle when you're walking down this rocky area. It helps you put weight on those sides, and if you start to feel your foot twist or something, you can put more weight on the trekking pole and save you from twisting an ankle. Love these things. Wouldn't want to hike without them. Got these particular ones on Amazon, the Fit Life. I think they're a pretty good deal. They got a cork handle. I believe they're made out of aluminum, and of course in my favorite color, purple. And they're very adjustable to whatever size person you are. Ooh, look at that. Wow. Wouldn't want to fall that way. I bet when it rains, it really pours down the water down that gully. Just love hiking in the woods. Such a wonderful thing to enjoy. more downhill. Here we go, switching back, downhill on these rocks, putting on the brakes as we go. Oh, yep, down and turn. Fun. Love it. That reminds me of mountain biking, but without the mountain bike. And a lot safer. I tell you, I'm not much of a mountain biker. I usually get too nervous on the scary sections and go too slow, and of course that's how you wreck. So sometimes you got to be fearless on the mountain bike. I'm a little more sure-footed on my feet in the woods. All right, ups and downs. Interesting looking area. Nice trail. Whoever cut these trails out, thank you. It was nice. And I know this is rocky soil. There's rocks everywhere. But of course the path looks like some form of gravel. So I don't know if this is just rocks that have accumulated here, or if they had to put all these rocks here. As you can see, there's just rocks everywhere. So in some areas I think they probably didn't have to add any rocks. In other areas maybe they did, but can you imagine hauling that much gravel for this whole trail? I don't know. I wonder how they got the rocks here. Or if it was all just natural and they just kind of made a ledge. And I mean, you can definitely tell there's a ledge here, right? Did they make a dirt ledge and add rocks, or did they make the ledge and the rocks kind of fell on there after all the water? Doubt it. Of course, it's hard to see with as many leaves as we have right now. But anyway, something to ponder. How does all the gravel get on the trail? Was it there? Did they put it there? How did they get it there? If they didn't, if it wasn't already there. Little stream, creek. Interesting, huh? This would be interesting if you had water in it. And I wonder, probably doesn't look like it gets too deep. It's not like a creek, but it's a fairly shallow stream. But if this had flowing water, I mean, you could see the limbs and stuff. It does get pretty fast moving apparently to cause that. And fairly deep, I guess, too, at least a foot or so. But yeah, try to cross during that moment. Better be careful. Get your feet wet. Do you change shoes for that? Or do you bring some really tall waterproof boots? Yeah. Now we're into short shrubbery. That's what I like to call it. Where you don't have as many tall trees. It's got a lot of these little short bushes, trees, whatever you call them. I often find that's a good area for hunting. Deer like to hide in the short areas, short tree areas where it's a little thicker. All right, I'll give you a break and I'll turn you back on when there's something interesting. Of course, I think just past the 4.5 mile sign, and then I look up and I see this beautiful rock. Wow. Anyway, I keep turning you off, and as soon as I do, I find more interesting things. Oh, look at that, a fern down here in the Ozarks. Cool. Saw some little button mushrooms a minute ago too. As soon as I turned you off, I looked down, there was mushrooms. Little button mushrooms. I was like, man, every time. Wish I knew my mushrooms so I would know which ones are edible. You could have a snack along the trail. One of these days, I'll have to learn my mushrooms. Ooh, that's interesting. Look at that. Always interesting too to see how these layers of rock form layer upon layer. And it just looks like it's sideways into this hill. And I guess it just kind of follows the hill, and you can see more of it going up the hill. Yeah, that's cool. And oh, look at this little rock over here too, kind of. It'd be a little shelter if you had to, I guess. Probably an animal right in there. The animals stay there overnight. Feels like I'm walking in a dry stream bed right now. And I would guess that I am. Because that looks like the stream right there. Glad it's not raining. I would have to cross that and get my feet all wet. Oh wow, more of the rocks. Look at those big rocks. Very cool. Wow, you can really see the layers on that one. And look at that down there. That's cool. Alright, what do we got? We got a little, or white ribbon on this tree. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. There's a marker. That's a marker for a place on the trail? I don't know. I hope I'm on the right path. See something like that, you gotta wonder. I have not noticed campsite B or C yet. Normally there would be a sign letting you know that there's another offshoot of the trail where you go for getting away from the main trail and having your campsite. I know there's two more. I may have passed them, I don't know. I haven't seen the sign. If I passed them, either there was no sign or I just didn't see it. All right. Oh, turn back on when there's something else interesting. All right, this might be interesting. So, came from down there, this hill, come to this spot, and I'm like, where's the trail? I don't see a trail that way. Wait a minute, is that trail up there? Yeah, you gotta climb these rocks to get to the rest of the trail. Well, that was fun. Look at those trees growing out of the rocks. Oh, and a bird. Looks like a hawk. Interesting. Hidey hole. I'm trying not to drink any water, so I'll have plenty for making noodles and some tea, which I think will be fine. I think I'll do that at the 5 mile mark, which should be where that white connector connects back into the trail. Let's see. All right. I'll turn you back on with something interesting. 30 seconds to turn you off. 30 seconds ago, now here it is. B. So that's what those camp sites look like. So you take a trail off path to find your campsite. So that's where we're at this moment. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and go straight. But there's where B is. You can see the other B sign. Okay. So didn't miss it after all. That was B. Still one more ahead of us. Camp C. Got a late start yesterday. My plan was to camp at either B or C. I only made it to A. And even then, it seemed like I barely made it. There were some clouds that looked like could be rain, so I set up camp about 4 o'clock, which, given how long it's taken me to get this far, I think that was the right choice. Alright, turn you back on in there. I don't know if you can tell the incline or not. That's where I came from. That's where I'm going. And I'm getting a little tired. A lot uphill right now. A lot of incline. When you're carrying 30 pounds on your back, that wears you out. I'm looking for a spot, like a flat log or trunk that's been cut, that I can put my pot and make a mid-morning meal. I have tuna and ramen noodles and some tea. Looking forward to making. I'm thinking I gotta be past the 5 mile mark by now, but I haven't seen that white connector again. I have seen lots of the white ribbons on the little trees, several of them. So I don't think that's anything special. I think it's just letting you know that's where the trail is in case you can't see it. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Can't imagine doing this at elevation in the mountain. That would certainly add to the fatigue factor when it's difficult to breathe because you can't get as much oxygen as you do closer to sea level. Oh, I see a sign. I bet it's that white connector sign. Man, it sure seems like we got more than 5 miles, man. Not sure what we got to go. Maybe it'll say. All right. Here we go. Yeah. 2 mile loop. Turkey Pen trailhead. Oh good, yeah, it wasn't more than 5 miles. Only 1.5 miles to the parking lot. We are here. Yeah, right where that white connector ends. And that's where we just got through that 2 mile loop. Seemed like more than 2 miles, but oh well. A lot of uphill. So anyway, we'll go that way and find a spot to cook our meal. It was only 1.5 hours left. Excuse me, 1.5 miles left. So no problem if we use up all our water for our meal. Got plenty of liquid from that to get me back to the parking lot. Yeah. Now just to find a tree stump. Where is a tree stump? Well, I finally found a stump. Actually, I had to set one up. I made my cup of noodles with tuna. Delicious. Alright, almost done with the trail. We'll see you soon. Alright, we did it. Back at the car. HaHa Tonka State Park. Turkey Pen Trail. Yay. Thanks for coming along with me. See you next time.